And there's the magic finger from Leah herself saying it's time to hit the chimes, Big Daddy. And it's Loosey Goosey chime time from Halton Hills, Canada. Hot den of inequity, romance, and danger. Here we are, folks, in beautiful downtown Acton.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Welcome back, everybody. Big Daddy Russ Halton, Leah Lakin, Leah Lywood in the studio, or in the garage, I should say. We're we're on location in Lee's garage. After Tommy's last week, that was a lot of fun. We had a great gig there too, so that was
great place.
And Linda, I'm so sorry for calling you Mary, but I did it on purpose just to bug you. I love bugging.
Oh God, yeah. Well, then she saw me there the next night, or later that night, playing with the band.
Yeah. Later
that night, she saw me there playing with the band, and she's up. If the video I posted, it's her and her friend up dancing.
Yeah, I saw her.
Right, they had an absolute blast. It was a lot of fun. We're back at Tommy's.
What a great bunch of people.
We're actually back at Tommy's next Friday, Canada Day. So they're doing the celebration in the park. As soon as the fireworks are done, we're on stage at Tommy's.
And who's the lady that runs Tommy's, by the way?
Kathy.
Isn't she amazing?
Oh, she's so nice.
What a dynamo.
Beautiful lady.
What a dynamo this girl is.
And I heard the food there is good too.
We filled the place. Every seat was full in the place, even a little bit of standing room only. And she kept everybody's drinks flowing and kept everything going.
I don't know how she does it by herself.
That's incredible.
Wow.
It's incredible to watch, I got to say.
A lot of practice.
Yeah.
She's very skilled at what she does. And
she would never have a hard time finding a job, I'll tell you that.
No. And it was a lot of fun. So like I say, mark your calendars, Canada Day after the fireworks. Come on down to Tommy's, have a couple of pops, and watch a good band. So.
And I have to say that your pictures, Lee, of your new band, what's the name of it again?
Crazy Chester.
A tribute to the band, but you don't just play band material.
No, we're not just doing band stuff. We're kind of all over the place. We're doing Traveling Wilburys. We're doing some Dion. We're doing.
So you're still
in
Tin Roof too, aren't you?
Still got Tin Roof on the go. Another one called The Alibis as well. So
busy guy. But I must say that your pictures are excellent.
Yeah,
they remind me of the old Guess Who pictures.
From
the early '70s, or the album covers.
Yeah,
when they were all in the barn standing around.
Only
you guys added a little bit of coolness to it. You had cigarettes in your mouth,
whiskey jugs.
Yeah,
I got to thank Andrea.
Does look like Buddy's trying to hit you over the head with a guitar, though.
There was one, yes, there was a couple like that. They all want to hit me over the head with their guitar.
They're cool.
But yeah, Andrea and her daughter Georgia were the two that took the pictures and set up the area.
Beautiful setup, and it's perfect.
Yeah,
for the kind of music that you play,
and all that stuff in that picture.
Americana,
all that, like the frame that we're sitting on, and the gas can and this hat and the boots and all that was all found on that location.
And I have to say that you guys are really rocking. You're getting it together. You're a new band. You just put together, and
we're getting a good name.
I saw the video.
Yeah, we're getting a name for ourselves. So
you guys are playing the radio reunion too, or having in October. So
we've got July 9th gig up in Cheltenham. We're doing the Cheltenham Street Festival on July 9th, so that's very cool. Like I say, Canada Day as well, and we're waiting on some bookings in Georgetown right now. So we're starting to get a name, and people love what we're playing and love the music, because we're not playing your standard bar tunes all the time.
No, for God's sakes, don't play Mustang Sally.
Exactly,
or Brown Eyed Girl.
Yeah.
I love those songs, don't get me wrong.
There's a list. I love them on the radio.
Wilson Pickett does a wonderful job.
Even then, I'm tired of
that too.
Van Morrison I'll go for, but some guy, find something else. America's hard to do.
Very tough to do, yeah. It's a
very
heavily
hard,
produced band, so.
Love.
But
don't try and do Zeppelin live either, or Supertramp.
Well, we got some upcoming news about some Zeppelin news coming up soon. After my meeting tonight, I will be able to confirm a certain band coming to Acton for the Leathertown Festival for August 14th. And everything's in place, but I need.
No, you can't say anything yet.
I can't say anything yet.
You can
by
tell
next
me
Friday. By next Friday, we'll be able to announce it.
You'll be telling me before I go.
Oh God, yeah.
Now you put that bug in my ear.
We've got an exciting Leathertown Festival for music anyway lined up for you this year. Due to COVID pandemic, we lost 2 years with the Leathertown Festival. We did a mini one last year, but it wasn't quite the same. It was more like a farmer's market than it was the Leathertown Festival. This year, we're going big. or we're not going at all.
Yeah.
So we're going big this year. We've got a big act coming in. Not a children's act this year. Sorry to say, they will be down on the second stage with all the jugglers and the like. Tyler Fergus is going to come help us out, and
Yay, Tyler.
a bunch of his guys that dress up as clowns and do the juggling and ride the unicycles and all that. That will be down on the second stage, and because when you have these performers up on these big stage and the little kids are down on the ground, they kind of want to be down on their level with them. You know what I mean? Especially if they're doing magic tricks and juggling and stuff like that. You want to be on their level. So we're changing it up this year. But
Acton is just a wonderful little town. Apart from Georgetown, you have to look as Acton. It's a very special little town.
it is. It's its
There's
own
so
little
much
community.
stuff going on here and things being generated here.
Yeah, and lots of stuff going on over the summer too. Things to look forward to. Where everybody's stoked about the fall fairs coming back. We've got Rib Fest coming up July as well. Wicked Truth is headlining that festival. So
They won the band
Platinum Award, was it?
Yes. Congratulations.
Yeah, way to
Those
go,
guys are our buddies.
Yeah, they're good.
We're all a family here.
Matt
in
comes
this
down
small
and
little-
jams with us quite often here in the
most
garage.
of the musicians were families around here because Larry,
we're all
you've got
friends,
Neil,
yeah.
you've got you guys, you've got Wicked Truth, and we've got a few bands that actually the chart songs, and I'll get into that next week. I'm going to do a whole segment on locals that have done well.
Yeah.
Like remember the Q107 album for local bands.
The
We had
homegrown.
the homegrown album.
Yeah.
We had a local band. And
Yeah,
we'll
that's
tell
right.
you all about that
Yeah.
next week, and maybe we'll play you some on the radio. The radio's
a lot
gone
of you
up too.
people
the radio
on,
numbers.
on Spotify, you can also go on. A lot of our local guys that have recorded their own stuff have uploaded it into Spotify, so it's there and it's available quite easily and quite readily. So I know Monty has stuff on Spotify. Larry's got stuff on. Larry Melton's got stuff on Spotify. Monty, just look up Monty. Don't look up his whole name. Just look up Monty. He's trying to live like Cher. Or something.
Larry does Larry Melton does a great version of Imagine.
Yeah.
Have you heard it?
Yeah. Yeah.
He really puts his heart and soul into it.
No, it's
You can see his admiration for Leonard just by the way Larry sings it. It's just so
another local
powerful.
guy.
Flash Teeter and the
Teeter,
Man from Mars, great guitar player.
Oh my God, Paul Teeter.
Craig Teeter, the drummer, of course.
This kid is. He
he
actually
helped us-
plays the exact same to my orange kit that I have. It's quite funny that we both play the same kit and we're both left-handed.
Who, Craig?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very rare to see a left-handed drummer. So it's-
Craig brought the Kings to the McGibbon,
Yeah.
and we were singing "Switching to Glide" up there on the.
Yeah, they played
all because of Craig.
They played
Great guy.
Leathertown here
Yeah.
one year too as well. But we have somebody bigger coming, so we're super stoked.
Really?
I can't wait.
Somebody bigger.
Yep.
Okay. Well, you guys are going to tell me after. Let's hurry up and do this so I can find out. All right.
See how bad he really wants to know.
That's right. 905-873-9255. That number gets
Don't
you
you
through
forget it.
to
Max Tires.
Max Tires and Auto Repairs, and they have the lowest prices on tires.
61 Guelph Street.
61 Guelph Street, right across from the St. George. And of course,
Not the bar.
no,
The church.
No, this the church, St. George Church. Yes.
You need to clarify that in this town.
Yes, you do, because there's one saint on one side of the road and another saint on the other side of the road, and they're both named the same. But I never thought of that before. That's right. So, of course, Max Tires, and of course, Crazy Chester is the sponsor of the local show.
Pretty much, yeah.
Exactly.
Playing at Tommy's. I guess that we're in partnership with Tommy's on that one. Cause
It's really a no-news week, apart from this one. Halton Regional Police investigating an incident in Acton which happened Thursday. Landed a man in hospital with serious injuries. And police say that a pedestrian, believed to be a man in his 50s, was struck by a vehicle in the area of Eastern Avenue and York Street, which is right by the train tracks.
right around the corner here.
And right around the corner from, everything's right around the corner in Acton.
Touche.
Sadly, he was rushed to Hamilton General.
Yeah.
Which
yeah.
shows
usually means some serious
yeah,
injuries.
with
and,
head injuries and the windscreen.
Yeah, I saw the vehicle and the windshield was just destroyed. So
I've been looking for updates, but nothing so far
No.
on him. Let's hope we don't even know who it is yet.
No, we haven't had a name.
Hopefully it's not one of our locals, one of our neighbors, you know. But
because they walk by here all the time.
As you were saying, and now going around the bend, he must have been going quite.
He had to been clipping along.
Why would you go so quickly around that bend? You know what I'm talking about, by the old Height House. It comes around. You were saying there's a sidewalk on the
one side, but not on the other.
And everybody, what?
They walk on the road, not
That's
the sidewalk.
Right. They walk on the wrong side. Stop doing that, people.
There's a sidewalk there for a reason. Use it. It's for safety.
And stop doing this. When the GO train stops in the middle of Acton, and locals know what I mean, you are cut off. Do not try and beat the train, pedestrians.
Yeah.
Never mind about the people
driving.
The people that run through there. Can you imagine if they slipped? What are you going to do?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, they can't stop like a car.
No, oh God, no. Even at their slowed down pace, because they know they're coming into a terminal, so they're slowing down. They don't stop like a car, like you said. It's yeah.
Wait behind them.
We have to get a bridge in Acton, really do. You know, because seriously, I feel for the paramedics when they're trying to get to the hospital, and there's a train coming through, a freighter at 3 a.m. You know, the dispatchers with I guess the hospital or the paramedics have to be in touch with the CN guys.
Yeah.
And know when the trains are coming through right now, and that's true too.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Because we need a bridge. Anyway, that's my beef.
I don't know where the hell they put it, but
I'm so sick and tired of having to sit there for 10 minutes, you know, and you know, and there's the guy on the train just going,
yeah.
I'll be right with you. I'll be right with you.
But that corner's become an interesting spot because a lot of people. Just before, you know, at that parking lot where the Hyde House starts, they start to cross the street there for whatever reason. I have no idea because there's no sidewalk on that side. They walk along the grass on that side. It's bizarre, but I see it all the time. They're living, you know, literally around the corner. So yeah, I just kind of it's a hazard spot, and it was unfortunate. So hopefully he's okay.
Before we get into your story, answer me this: do you really consider Steeles and Trafalgar, Halton Hills?
Not really.
Nobody in Halton Hills really does, but they always come up.
But that's our borderline.
Yeah,
right?
I know, but it's Milton, man. It's not Halton.
Oh, I know.
Well, it's like the Toronto Premium Outlet.
Yeah.
In
why don't
Hills.
they call it? Why don't they call it the Halton Hills Premium Outlet, and then maybe we'll be interested.
Well,
but they always put our news in with theirs, and I'm going, which mall? Oh, that one. You know, not our mall. Our mall is the Georgetown Marketplace. I'm not saying we don't welcome you to the community, but I don't really consider that Halton.
Well, especially once they, like you say, once they called it Toronto Premium Outlets.
Yeah.
Well,
what's going on there now? There's all kinds of things going on.
Now they're talking about this. I was actually reading the submission down on the property that they're talking about here, and that's at the corner of Steeles Avenue and 8th Line, right across from the outlet mall. It's a plan's been submitted for a family entertainment and convention center, including a water park and a hotel for the northeast corner of that Steeles Avenue and 8th Line area I was talking about. The plan calls for a water park with slides, wave pools, theaters, miniature golf, and an arcade. There would also be a hotel up to 8 stories tall with a conference and exhibition facilities, at least 2 restaurants, a spa, and a wellness center. Sounds like a whole vacation all in one right there. It could potentially include manufacturing, warehousing, distribution, offices on the sites as well.
Toronto Playground.
Basically,
it's
the GTA growing out, you know, and spreading out. So
now this has
just been submitted. It's got to pass a few boards. I'm
now,
sure.
do we have? Is this Halton Hills business? Is it our town that takes care of that? That decides?
Yeah, it's on our
border.
land.
It's on our side of the street.
Yeah.
All right,
it's on our side of the tracks.
That's right,
so to speak.
Okay.
So that isn't Milton, because when I drove for the town of Milton, I plowed all the way up to the Tim Hortons at 401.
Yeah.
And then the Halton Hills guys plowed the other way.
Do you know how many people that live here don't actually know that you can get to Milton so quickly from here?
Oh God, yeah.
They don't know that 4th Line is really what it is.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, it comes right out by the water tower in Milton. And so many people that I've driven down there go, I didn't know you could get to Milton. You had to go back. I'm going, think about it, you know.
It's a straight run.
It's a straight run.
Straight run
Same
down.
with Burlington. When you go from Halton Hills to Burlington, you don't have to go in any built-up areas, man. It's all countryside.
Oh, I can take a back road all the way to
All
Burlington.
countryside.
Baseline. And
Yeah,
all
it's
of it, 'cause
beautiful.
I lived in Burlington years ago
Yeah.
for a while.
And the mountains are
All back
there.
roads.
Yeah.
Well, the foothills in BC, whatever they call them there.
Well, like I say, I plowed for the town of Milton, so I got all the way to the Oakville and Burlington borders, right, because of our plowing. So I knew all the back roads back there.
Yeah.
And
Some beautiful scenery.
it's a
down
gorgeous
there,
drive. Absolutely
Oh, yeah.
beautiful drive.
Bridge, stream, creek.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No, I'd never take the highway to get to Burlington or Hamilton or any of that. I always take the back roads.
Well, we'll see what happens with the water park. You and I are we'll blow our inflatables
Yeah,
up. And we're waiting.
Get our tubes and our water wings on, and
Maybe we'll see if they do. Considering it's Halton Hills, we'll go do our show from the water park one day.
exactly.
Maybe in the years to come. Who knows? You know what I mean?
We might
And,
break a hip, but
You don't want to see me in a Speedo. I'll tell you that.
No,
right
I don't.
now. All right. Don't be so quick to agree. The Halton Hills Fire Department battling a house fire Wednesday evening, and possibly under renovations at the time. The blaze broke out in the area of Third Line north of Highway 7 near Acton here, and there was smoke visible on the arrival. Fire officials say the fire started in the kitchen area, but there was no one injured in it.
that's always a positive.
Yeah,
I always love to hear that.
Make sure that your smoke detectors are working, folks. It's all right to do it when you put the clocks back, but you should really keep your eyes on them.
Regardless,
And
yeah.
I
Because
learned
you
that.
could, especially some of the ones that are battery operated, because a lot of them now are wired into the house.
Yeah.
But the ones that are battery operated, you could get a bad battery. You know what I mean? Yeah, you think you put a fresh one in, but I've opened up the package and had a battery that just didn't have a lot of life left in it, or you didn't know how old it was.
You know how easy fires can start too.
Oh God, yeah.
Especially with the hot
this
weather.
heat.
With this, with our poor vegetation is taking a battering.
Yeah, with this heat and the dry
It's
and everything.
combustible. Well, is it or not? It's getting close to it.
Yeah.
When you got, I know in BC last year it was combustible because
Fires out there were
I mean,
ridiculous, man.
And it worries me because Winnipeg was 37 Celsius without the humidity, 37 real degrees, and that's hot.
That's hot.
Double it and add 30 is Fahrenheit. That makes you scared.
Yeah.
Is this the future of mankind? Fighting fires every summer? I mean, they're going to happen. No one said anything.
Mexico's been fighting one now for months right now, and it's just devastating a big chunks of their country. So.
British Columbia, Australia
Yeah.
is even worse.
Yeah. Oh God, imagine living there in the summer.
God, it's so hot in Australia now, and global warming's real, folks. It's out there. Believe me, I'm a journalist. I know it is. All these people say it's not real. It's getting warmer. I mean, look at when we were kids in the '60s. We used to be in October sliding out of our second-door bedroom window to go play with our friends.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah.
In October, November. Now it's like 90 degrees in October. You know what I mean? Or 70 or whatever. It's just the world's changed, man.
It has.
In our lifetime, quickly.
You look at how the population massively has grown. It's going to have an effect. It's going to have. There's a cause. There's an effect. Just the way it is.
All right. So what's going on?
So being
I've
Indigenous
lost my
Month,
thing. There it is.
Halton Region and Mississaugas of the Credits First Nation formalized ongoing work towards reconciliation through a relationship agreement, which was signed at the Halton Regional Centre on Monday, June 20th. Halton Regional Chair Gary Carr signed for the region, while Agma R. Stacey Laforme signed on behalf of the MCFN. Building meaningful relationships with Indigenous peoples, communities, and First Nations, including the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation, the treaty holders of the territory on which Halton sits, is an important part of Halton's responsibility for truth and reconciliation, mentioned Chair Gary Carr. So, a big ceremony going on, and it's finally recognizing that these people got screwed over.
No kidding. Big time.
It took you long enough, but we all knew it. It just seemed to take our people at powers that be that seem to drag their heels on that. So good to see this stuff going on. We need to have more and more of this going on, and checking on and just making sure our Indigenous people are being cared for properly, and not a genocidal act going on all over the place like they were. They're still finding.
Oh, it's
sites.
It's
Yeah,
just
they said they had
beginning.
water too. Good drinking water.
Some drinking water that
Been promised forever.
Oh God, yeah. How many governments have
Still
promised
not.
that? How many governments? It's not just been the Liberals. The
No,
PCs
this
have.
has been going on for years.
NDPs, all of them have been promising it for years and years, and they talk about it in the House of Commons, but nothing gets done. So something's getting done.
When they closed off Mill Street, what were they doing? They're working on. What were they working on there?
Oh, the water mains there for the new building that's going up. And then they ruptured the line and destroyed half the street and a couple of the houses on the street, including my friend Joe. Oh yeah, lost guitars, amplifiers.
Well, the local people in that area are getting a little concerned.
Joe Mancuso, yeah. Yeah, oh, he had a lot of damage. A lot of damage to his house. He's right on Mill, right where the water main let go. Washed out part of his back wall.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, just did a lot of damage. A lot.
There's a lot of people in the location, and this is my home. This is where I live,
Yeah.
in this area.
Yeah,
we're getting
that's
a little
right near
concerned.
you. It's right,
Yeah,
right
it's like
right
I can
around the
throw-
corner.
Right around. I can throw a stone there. As a matter of fact, I know I can because I've thrown a few over there. But it's getting to be a concern. We don't have for all this new stuff coming in, we don't have the room.
Yeah,
And
we're trying to pack a lot into it.
The streets are like this. They're very skinny. Construction noise, population density, and public consultation session was held regarding the major proposed development around the Georgetown GO station. So that whole area around there, Mill
Yeah.
Street, the GO station, that whole block, everything is just about to, once everything goes in there, especially the new condos.
Yeah.
How many people does that add to our little circus here?
Well, it does. It's just another growth. And then, like you were talking about last week out in Georgetown South, you've got that whole section from 10th Side Road, 8th Line, all the way down to 15th Side Road, out to Trafalgar. That's going to be totally developed.
Yeah,
That's going to
absolutely.
be
and
you
you can tell they're working on it already.
they've already grading it now.
Yeah.
They've already started grading it. I drove past it this week, and they're starting to grade now. And that was all.
Kevin's towing is, I guess, is that leaving too? Are they still on the corner there?
No, that's gone.
Is this?
No, that's gone. Yeah.
Where the Newfie truck was?
Yeah. Oh no, the shop there.
Yeah, what's
no,
that? Are they going to stay?
well, TNT, the old TNT
Oh, yeah, I
building,
know.
that's gone.
Jamie's with Max Tires.
Yeah, but the building's gone too as well.
Yeah, I noticed that.
So I don't know if they're building at the same time on the other side of 10th Side Road. That's a possibility too as well, because that was supposed to be commercial. That's where Amazon was supposed to come in when we were bidding on getting Amazon head office here.
Oh yeah, we
And
lost out on that.
and we lost out on that, but that was supposed to go on that chunk of land. So yeah, it's like you say, with the construction going on, the streets are narrower. It's a congestion problem. We have a trucking problem in Georgetown. There's so many gravel trucks that come through, and they just slow things down.
Yeah.
They're bulkier, they're bigger, they're the length of 4 cars. So in a small bedroom community like Georgetown, it's not meant for these trucks, people. And I know you don't like some of these bypasses that are going to be going on, but that's what they're for. They did it up in Orangeville, and it worked. It worked in Orangeville. So I know some people don't like these extended highways that they're talking about, but it will reduce the truck traffic. Acton, this is Highway 7 at 5 o'clock at night. This is crazy out here. So yeah, but like people say, we have 2 seasons in Canada: winter and construction.
Exactly.
So be prepared.
I don't know which one I prefer. I don't think I like either of them. Cruising for Care made
Had a good weekend, it looks like, yeah.
I noticed a few pictures online. I didn't see. I was comatose on Sunday.
Well, yeah.
So I didn't see any of the action, but there were a lot of vehicles out in the Georgetown Marketplace parking lot. They raised a lot of money for the Bennett Center.
That's right on. I
And,
love it. So good to see car shows back. We used to be involved with the one down in Milton, And, they'd have 250, 280 cars. Like, it was a big car show. It was a lot of cars.
Remember Nashville used to have cars.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, It's just, it's a great way to spend the day with the family.
Well, this is a car town, too. I mean,
music
especially
and cars.
in the summer.
Well, they've had car shows all over Georgetown, Nashville, downtown, park.
People love cars.
Yeah, and then they do the rock and roll
Let me
street
run
fest.
something by you. Okay. We are in 2022 now. Okay, it's supposed to be, we've grown since the 60s and matured. But why do cars look like, I don't care what car you buy today, it looks like a can of sardines.
Yeah, oh God,
Okay,
yeah.
what happened to the sexy cars like the Corvettes, the Mustangs, the old 50s cars,
Oh, the old,
they had
old
character
the old
to them.
Mercuries. And
Same with houses, but I won't get into that. But cars.
Yeah.
Also, cars have faces if you look.
Oh God, yeah, they have personalities too. If you know,
My sister and
know
I
them
always
well
Watch
enough.
the movie Cars?
Yeah, I guess I did. But when I was a
all
kid,
have
they
faces.
probably got that idea from me. Because my sister and I, when we used to go on long drives, we used to say, look at that face on that car.
Right.
Look at that face on the other. And ever since then, even when I'm driving around now in my 60s, I look at the face on that car.
Right.
And they're all like this.
Yeah. Especially the older ones.
What happened to the sexy cars? The way they build them now, it's like a shoebox. Even if you buy a really expensive one, you have to look really closely to see that it's really expensive. You know what I mean? They've all got the same design, man.
And they're built to fall apart. So, they're built to
Don't
dispose.
get in an accident.
To dispose of, well, yeah, you're going to write it off. So it's
Not like back in the day when the framework
I
was...
had a 1978 Buick Skylark. And
Right.
the only reason I gave it up was the floorboards were falling out of it.
Yeah.
And I felt like Barney Rubble after a while.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We need the sound effects for that. All right, I'll leave you with the
Mayor Burnett added his voice to the call from the Ontario Big City Mayors Group, advocating for the Premier for more mental health supports. The pandemic has taken a toll on all of us, he was mentioning, but layer on that those who were already struggling, pre-pandemic, from managing at home care and education to elder care to business ownership or jobs losses, seeking affordable housing, which seems to be impossible, or feelings of isolations, and the toll is enormous. Our mental health structure here, and I've talked about this before, the amount of money that's getting put into mental health in Canada is anywhere near close enough. We're so worried about breast cancer and this and that, and you see all this stuff, but we have so many people, and then the pandemic just really kicked it in the ass.
Well, it set our generation back quite a bit.
I think so.
2 years, you know what I mean, of sitting on the couch wondering what the next day was going to entail.
Well, that's it. Whether your hydro is going to be cut off, whether you're going to have food for groceries, whether you're going to have whatever, and
people are suffering. Actually, I think some are suffering more right now.
Well, because
between
a lot
gas and groceries, you've literally got to choose between the two.
It's with the gas prices going up and the cost of everything going up, because their excuse is the gas prices going up, which is a bunch of BS and crap in my opinion. But it's making it tough on everybody, man. And more and more people I talk to, it's been tough on than the ones that it hasn't been. Because I've had a few people who's been like, no, my business has still been good, life's good, paying the mortgage, paying the bills. But that's far and few between. I'm hearing more and more people who are struggling.
It's good to see the restaurants busy again.
Yeah.
Thank God. And the musicians are back at work. The people that serve the tables are back at work. The people in the kitchen are back at work.
And they're making money.
And they're making money. But I have noticed that society doesn't go out as much as it used to.
Well, I think, too, there's a part of it, they're back making money, but they've got 2 years of debt to pay off.
Yep.
So it's budget time now. We have to budget our money, and we'll go out once a month or something, and go to the Appalachian or go to Symposium or something and treat. But and the same, like we were talking about this last week, that a lot of our shows that we're being booked for, we're going to be done by midnight, whereas 5 years ago when I was in a band, we were playing until 2 a.m. We were playing until 2. You weren't getting home. You weren't getting home till 4.
I know. I've been there.
And and then had to go to work on the Monday.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you spend all day Sunday laying in bed just sleeping.
Yeah.
So yeah, for $100 or $125
But you know what?
or
They
whatever.
were great days, weren't they?
But they were a blast. But now we're playing till midnight or 11 o'clock or midnight, and you're home by by 1 a.m. and it's great. As the older we get, it's like, oh, okay.
Well, 9 o'clock is the new, what.
Exactly, right? So
all right, Halton Hills Public Library. They of course we have a group put together by Leah, which is Halton Hills Streaming, where we mainly deal with stuff that's going on in town that week or whatever, and of course her wonderful music trivia, which we do on our other show.
Yeah.
But the Halton Hills Public Library posts there every day, and they let us know what's going on. Here's something. Celebrate with us at our Acton branch. Launch of the Halton Hills Children's Summer Reading Club for the kids. Learn more about the fascinating lives of snakes, from sensational snakes, and welcome a corn snake to stay at they have a corn snake. I found out it's a corn snake, by the way. I wore my Columbo raincoat and I went in there and I found out it was in fact one of those snakes.
Very
corn
cool.
snake. So that's on, but we have to say the public library, they do a lot of, they go out of their way to make things interesting for you.
And I want to mention to people, as we're coming into the end of June, beginning of July coming up, we're going to be getting some hot temperatures, some humid temperatures. The library is a great cooling place to go. It's you got all the educational stuff there. There's things for the kids. There's things for seniors. So just try to keep that in the back of your mind. If
it's a great place to escape from the world too. When you go to the
exactly.
library.
You can let the imagination go a little wild and have some fun and
big slime.
and stay cool, because so not everybody has air conditioning, or the air conditioning breaks, or whatever. Stuff like that happens.
We're lucky.
So
We work in air most of the time.
Most of the time.
Most of the time. She hasn't let us know what the time is.
Yeah.
She was supposed to go like this and this, in the background. Did you? What does that mean?
That means 5.
Well, we got 5 minutes left.
No, it's saying 32.
32.
Yes.
How long have we been doing this, honestly?
Folks, it's 32 minutes past the hour, and we're having way too much fun in Lee's garage.
As we always do. We always have a blast bringing you the local news to Halton Hills. We love doing it, man. We really do. We don't get paid for this, so we obviously love doing this.
We do this because it's our thing to do.
Yeah.
And what happened to the strawberry marshmallows, by the way?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, did you hide them?
I did.
Oh. Well, save me one at least. All right, so, of course, we always get together at Leah's Garage. It's become a tradition that we have our strawberry and banana mallows.
I even take extra insulin just to be able to do that. So it's
a fun, sugar-filled afternoon.
It screwed me up one time because neither one of us brought them, and I'd taken extra insulin. And I'm like, oh, crap. I'm in the kitchen making food. We can't record yet.
But remember this, when you hang around with a fat guy, we've always got a Snickers in our back pocket.
Somewhere.
It's always there.
Ooh, I don't know if I'd want it out of your back pocket today.
Well, it's a little smudged sometimes.
Talk about
the chocolate runs. Smudge. All right, the radio has gone through the roof since Don Cherry came by, and we have Don Cherry twice a week on our local radio. The Don Cherry podcast, and
Super excited.
I listened to it 2 or 3 times this week. His kids are on there with him, Tim and his daughter, and they do a fine job. And we're so happy in our own small way at the Air Radio Network, because he's on the other stations as well.
And
to bring Don Cherry back to radio,
and from what we know of, we are the first people to carry Don Cherry.
I think we're the first online radio station too. There's nothing in mainstream that carries him. And we are proud to be the only one. I'm sure that others will jump on. Now we've jumped on, but we're so happy to have a legend like Don Cherry.
Absolutely. And, Canadian icon, for God's sakes.
For God's sakes.
I put him and Rick Mercer and a few of the others all in that same category of great Canadians that are huge ambassadors for our country.
And the way, I'm so happy that he's with us. And but don't forget, we have Halton Hills Online Community Radio. I do the morning show. I have to get up at the crack of dawn. I'm on from 6 until 10. And
now you're telling them your girlfriend's name. Dawn.
Yes. Never mind. But Leah comes on at 10 till 2 o'clock, and then we have Lee Lakin in the afternoon. We have Moose Tracks at 6 to 7, which is Canadian, the best of Canadian. And from 7 to midnight, it's The Gatekeeper. And we have an overnight show as well. Local news, weather, sports, information, what's going on. And of course, we keep you updated on everything on Facebook as well. And our numbers have really gone up.
Yeah, we've got a lot of you tuning in. Thank you very much. We love it.
Just think of Halton Hills Online as your community jukebox or your community iPod.
There you know,
that not only plays great tunes, will give you local news, weather, sports.
It's informative as well.
That's right. And we're all here to inform our community because community radio is very important. Even more important than the big time stuff.
And we're being told to shut up. So, for Big Daddy Russ Horton, I'm Lee Lakin, Leah Lywood. We want to thank you again, obviously, for tuning in every week and tuning into the station every week as well. So check it out. Tell your neighbors, tell your friends. Community is driven by community. You navigate.
And we drive. And we're brought to you by Max Tires, of course. And they are 905-873-9255. And they fix cars and have great deals on tires. And that's it.
Have yourself a great weekend, great week, everybody. We'll catch everybody on the B side.
On the flip-flop. Catch you on the other side.
Yeah.